All right, happy Tuesday. We're going to look at a few names here and spend the rest of the time organizing our watch list into the end of the month. Today is September 30th, and we have a lot of volatility going on. We have a lot of weakness in altcoins and some other non-crypto markets that are picking up, like cannabis. So I'm going to go over a few trades I'm in and trades I'm not in. Let's start with this one since it's up on the screen. This SOE trade I was looking at and did not pull the trigger, and I'm glad I did because it would have stopped out right here. Basically, we are looking for a 12-hour higher low, and Bitcoin is looking for a 4-hour higher low. But dominance is also raging to new highs, so I decided to not take this position. It's not an optimal. I actually went through a whole playlist here. I was going to take it, but it was mostly sideways, and we're looking for a 12-hour higher low. Wanted to remain patient and see if there was any more clues on entry we could get into. Wasn't an A+ setup, so I did not take it. Listened to a lot of Jesse Livermore this morning. I'm really trying to be actively doing nothing. I'm still observing names, still seeing how they react, still observing volume, but not actively trading as much. Being more selective and not cutting into my bankroll as much. But we are in an hourly downtrend below the hourly MA200. Dominance rising, so all these things together are stacked against you. But also saw this hourly liquidity that it ran, and there was a potential S&P for a 4-hour higher low and 15 oversold. So didn't love it's kind of like a C setup, you know. So originally I was watching, had a 2-minute inverse head and shoulders, that failed. Then it turned into a 15-minute megaphone. Then I saw this 15-minute rare gold ball, which I haven't really seen yet since I programmed it in. So I'm seeing if this becomes anything. But let me delete these notes and we'll zoom in and take a look at everything visually. So you can see the megaphone that I was talking about. So we were testing the bottom of it. We had compression, and this little gold ball here which I haven't really seen, and look at the volume increasing right here. So it's increasing volume, which now is showing is increasing bear volume. It's the highest volume bear candle here. Zoomed out, see the volume spike. Volume spikes. So we're getting volume spikes in these bottoms. But look how much different these moving with. This is a trending move that you want to add to. Here we're in this flat dead zone. This turning down, so we may be entering something like that again. So I did not take the trade, but here was the trade. The trade almost like here we took this liquidity, and then you would enter here for a 5-minute higher low, supported by the cross, and you would have got stopped out quickly. A lot of other names did the same thing, where they geez, watching this 4-hour falling wedge on Aster. And it just flushed to Roy. That is no longer active. No longer valid. Wow. So that one's dead too. Took no all positions this morning, but we're seeing a lot of these really flush, while Bitcoin, if we switch to it, is just going sideways. No real action on Bitcoin. We're going sideways, looking for a 4-hour higher low. MA200 took these nice highs. Was thinking we might see a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders here, but we had more strength. So now watching volume, and the focus is on the king. These alts are just dying. So really happy with my patience there and not risking any dollar amount, and that would not have worked out. So we are gonna see what happens with this, just to see, because like I said, we are looking for that 12-hour higher low. We are probably now approaching or in hourly oversold. No, we're not. Let's see, we're pretty far away from hourly oversold, so we'll see if we can take that. We're gonna set an alarm. Hourly oversold, and let's take a look at MNDM. So the other trade I took this morning was, now dust is going on. So I took a stair-step break long right here on dust, which is a 2x bear shares on metals, gold, silver, and we never got over that 2-minute EMA. Flushed into low, stopped out here, and now we're back above those highs of open. So It bought a 2-minute oversold. Had this big spike down. See what happens with that one, but stopped out of that trade. It's kind of, I know, like when you're looking at silver, you might need it's hard to get these tight entries because it's been so bullish, but it has a high risk reward because of where things are at. So that would be the case if this is a hourly high or low and we don't hit new all-time highs, then this would be a great entry right about now. But we will see. We have an alarm set there and we have an alarm set here. So I'm done trading that. I'm just going to see what becomes of it. This trade, MNDM, I entered the 2-minute stair step right here, 1146. Then we had to move up, dropped around. I added at 1160 again. So basically, I moved my stop once I added, and because this is almost a reversal, we lost 15-minute EMA after a strong move yesterday. Strong trending green move. Now we switch to red. We're in orange. We're in that continuation mode. So we're looking for a 15-minute high or low here, and it's either the 15-minute high or low, or I'm wrong. So my stop is now 1150. I have alerts set. I think my average now is somewhere around here. I'm going to set alerts there. If that triggers, we're going to see if we're going to keep that one open or not. But really needs a 15-minute high or low in continuation here, or the 4-hour high or low, or I guess hourly high or low would be now, or it's not going to work out at all. So we'll just stop out of that breaking and be done with that one. LAC, entering first hourly oversold since the big push up. We have given back now close to 50% of the move. I sold a lot of the calls up here. I had 750 common shares sold right here. I had some sold in, I know it was 587. I got some here, so I got a lot of profit cushion to work with. Just have a few pieces of this trade left open. QQQ, kind of sideways, not much to say. If you look on the 4-hour, maybe we tighten up. I think tightening up EQ is the most likely scenario there. Oh, ETH is really rolling over too, giving back a lot of yesterday's gains. Yesterday we had the hourly uptrend continued. Once we lost that, we looked on this side of the EMAs, the back test this morning. Now back towards the this MA200 again. And I bet you ETH BTC. Yeah, so ETH BTC is looking for the weekly high or low. We're at 6 weeks now of down on decreasing volume. Once we hit that, maybe we see some sideways, and maybe in like 2-3 weeks we get some strength coming back to alts. But right now the focus on alts isn't, unless you're very specific, it's not really the place to be. And if we go through some of the higher flyers like Aster, AVNT, names that were really strong last week, AVNT especially, man, we had that 8-hour EQ, 228, lost half, we gave back 50% of the move, first time since listing. And I was short right here, and I closed it all at around 150, I think it was, in this consolidation. Thinking we hit this order block here on the 4-hour, we may see some sideways and back up like Aster did initially on the 4-hour, which would be right in here. So I was looking for something similar like this on AVNT. That's why I closed short, and it didn't happen that way. We just continued, and now we have a 4-hour downtrend, daily downtrend. Not looking the best there, but we are in 4-hour oversold conditions. XPL, that one's got a lot of bear acceleration here too. I know there's some Justin Sun FUD going on, but 43% off the top. Some nice crypto shorts since the weekend that I didn't get into. I haven't been trading much at all. Been more observation mode and sitting on my hands, and I just need to get my mind right and go through all these setups and make sure that we're looking at most likely scenarios and trading A+ setups, because otherwise you just throw money away. But looking at other sectors more closely as well, since we had like a 60% move on Tilray this morning. There's been a lot of strong moves in cannabis, and I mean, why would you want to trade this unless you're trading bearish versus something like that? So haven't been trading. The challenge is sitting at 677. I think there's been a few like $10 cuts here and there, but I'm trying to avoid even opening those kind of positions because they just eat away at your level here. So wow, that turned out to be an hourly bear flag on SUI, and now we're heading back towards the daily lows. We're on this big 4-hour move. We're giving back more than 50% of this move off the bottom on Sunday, and now it's just accelerating here. Well, what's Bitcoin doing? Let's take a look. Bitcoin's still sideways. It's not really doing much. Didn't even break the highs here, but really sideways dominance has got to be heading towards last week highs. Yeah, last week highs are right here. Let's set a ray on that, and we'll keep an eye on that, but risk off on alts until something changes there and there's some reason to trade that. But bigger picture, we are going to look at some altcoins, and we're going to do some organization instead of some trading. This is coffee. I have not been drinking a lot of caffeine, so this is what it is. Cometeer frozen coffee pods that I reheated until it's thicker to melt down. Really good stuff, actually. Being 3 months old and frozen. Tastes like a fresh iced coffee shop. Alright, so when I'm looking at this, I need to get all this crap off the screen. I'm going to go to a video template. I'm going to get all, probably one of these. So let's go to just support, resistance, EMAs, start on the weekly, and let's go through our list. And can I add to a new list? Yeah, so I'm going to make a whole new watch list called like 2025. Let's figure out how to create a new list. We're going to create 2025. This is like our mind-freeing list, because the old list, look at the size of this list now. It's just gotten like 600 names, there's repeaters, there's all this stuff. And I've been adding them as I switch back and forth between different exchanges. There's been all this stuff, so we're going to eliminate all of that and just look at my drawings instead. Okay. Just look at names, and let's organize them into different categories, starting on the weekly. And then we could do monthly, I guess, but I want like a strong list, and then I want to take that list, and when lead bulls change to lead bears, I want to kick them off. And just my mind has been so clogged and has so much brain fog that I want to consolidate that so I can have some more bandwidth. And the list that I've been working on, it just got really long in the tooth. So let's start at, see, we got our main list here, and it has Doge on it, which I haven't traded in forever. It has all these names that I really want to look at, just the health of the market with like Bitcoin and ETH and all these other ones in like a secondary list. But I really got to think about how to do this, because I do have my indicators in here, my strip parts. Maybe I'll just consolidate this list here into strong stuff at the top, and then we have all the other crap down here. So maybe instead of doing a new list, well, you know what? Let's start. Can I port this over to the new list? Yes. Okay. So that's what we'll do. So we'll start this. Let's flag the new list as a favorite, so we can swap back and forth between it here. So now the new list is this 2 right here. So we're on our new list here. Here we got the main, and we're going to add a section. Add section. So we have mains, then we have active. So these are like names I'm actively trading, you know. So like if they get pulled off of a section that's like a weekly EQ, and I want to take the higher low setup, then it becomes active because I have a trade in it, and then it gets moved back once the trade's closed, or it moves to a different category. It's really what I want to do. But I want to keep this clean up here with the. Do I want to keep the perps and the spot? No, I just want to see spot. I just want price action. If I have a trade, I'll edit an active for the exchange reason, but I want to look at all the spot prices, and then I'll add my perps in the exchange I want for active trades. These are all at XC, KSEX, but I don't want like my trade watch list to be all these different names and all these different exchanges. It just gets kind of crappy, you know. So we're going to start by creating a section for like everything else. And like you don't scroll down and go down here unless you're looking for something to move into a more strong category. We're going to start everything there, and then we're going to pull things out. Besides Ethereum, we're going to get rid of the perps ETH, get rid of the dojis. We're going to start with... You know what, we could probably keep Sol in this main category, because I think Sol is finally earned its place, you know. This one's going to be everything else. Sui is going to be everything else for now. There's no active, so we're just going to keep this. Got Zora down 22%. That was a nice short there. I know someone in the chat posted about the big volume, big flush there. Now I'm seeing it on the chart there. So Zora is going to be in everything else as well. And let's also add our well, the spare parts, but let's look at it's like looking at dominance, total, like the market. I will be right back. Back, and we got a few notifications on our phone. We got our MDND position is stopped out. It was not the 15-minute high low. I guess I'm not even looking at the chart, but I'm guessing that QQQ is dumping. The market weakness in general. I know Trump was speaking. There was some news involved. Not that I'm in any trades for that to even matter, but I'm guessing that's what's happening. I'm not even going to look at the markets because it doesn't matter right now. What I'm going to do is start bringing this list over. So spare parts. Let's see if we can consolidate. Yeah, I did have it because these are like my main indicators I look at, and then we have all of this. But let's add these to start. Get selected. 225. Yeah, I have to be careful about how to do this. Spare parts, okay, and pull this out. Make sure this gets on the 2025 list. Sorry, I'm going through this real time. It's going to take some tweaking to get it right. The market, I want to look at like the health of Bitcoin, the health of Ethereum, the health of Solana, and then go through this to get a picture before I even start looking at alts. And then you can vote, and then you can sort by change. You can look at your your playlists that have setups that make sense, that are all in the same category, or you can scroll down the list if you want to get deeper into new setups that you're looking for. But I want to look at it like top-down analysis from the perspective of King, the Ethereum, and just by looking at change, you can see Ethereum is weaker than Bitcoin, so alt in general are weaker. And then you go down the list, you see dominance is up. I keep in futures just to look at gaps if there's anything, if there's any areas of interest, especially on weekly opens. We look at ETH, UST does its dominance, Bitcoin total trade USDT against Bitcoin. We have this one, which is dominance including stablecoin dominance, USDT, USDC. We have Bitcoin Gold, Others dominance, total 2 is against total 3. Actually, I do want to look at and total 3. But we are not here for analysis. We're here to organize our fight list, or our watch list. With a little bit of analysis and setups, but we're not diving too deep into things. So let's go back to our. So we went through all of this, went through all our indicators. Now we're on false. They start a new list for ratios. Just so much scrolling. I want it to be simplified. We're going to do that. We're going to create a new ratio list. If the new name's performing, they're going to be in the high setups anyway. All resets here. There's a lot to clean up. Getting rid of all of this. Getting rid of all of this. I'm going to put all these. Got some there. Start stuff with 0. Go to here to good. So now we have mains, spare cards, everything else. I'm going to break these out to the settings. Just right now, there's a lot of repetition, a lot of categories in here, just too much. I'm actually gonna. Did I get everything? I got spare cards. I got the ratios. I can do stuff. I'm gonna kill this list. Going to move some favorites. I don't even know how to kill it, but clear list doesn't really matter right now because we have it off of our deal here. We're actually on favorites. List is going to be this 2025 crypto list. This is your new names. I guess it was using a hat. I guess is okay, but we just want them to be new based on their performance, not me going in and only creating new names. I just want to trade with strong, and a lot of times the new names are inherently going to be that. So I'm going to remove this tag. Like I said, we're in cleanup mode here. We are in cleanup crew, getting ready for the next view. Let's unflag also. Okay, so how do you delete lists now? That's what I want to know. Because clear list you can do. Do you want to clear all symbols? Sure, there's no symbols in here. How do I get it off here? Unfavorite it. Got that. Open list. Okay, so here's where can I clear it out of here? Flag list. Look at that. Delete. There's no delete button. All these lists, there's no delete button. Ratios and all this stuff. I guess we'll just have empty lists. It's probably how trading view handles it, I'm guessing, but we're just going to, in the spirit of consolidation, like here's some ratios that are neat too. I'm going to put these in ratios. It doesn't have to be crypto specific. We have these to ratios too. curious why the music means something. I think the all list here needs to be gone through as well. And that includes VIX, that includes DXY, like a high level overview including some crypto, but has metals in here, has SPY, Q, ESNQ. Keep these ratios come off here because we have the ratios deal now. There we go. So this is just a quick overview of what markets are doing in comparison. TradFi list. I built this so long ago, it's like I just want to redo all of it, so I'm gonna delete this entire thing. We're just clearing everything out here. You see commodities list. I do like a commodities list on there, so I'm gonna keep that. Let's keep commodities. We have all commodities. The chart guys members list. Exactly, so I'm going to add that to my crypto list. I'm going to get rid of this list, delete everything on it. Okay, now we're getting cleaner. We have all commodities. This is our new list we're building, and ratios. I like those four. These are just trading view. I like the four lists here. Now we have all this can have our individual stock tickers in here. Get our commodities. I think that's crypto needs to see. That's why I had an AGC. That's going to take some used to 2025 crypto, which I can reorganize easy. Drag it. So back to our 2025 pick list. We got this big old list now. Let's see how many names we have now. Come on, it should say add 86 to selected, but it doesn't. It doesn't tell me how many we have selected here. I guess the only way to figure it out, I can look at this and see we have about 18 here. And then if I go into open list, 2025 crypto is 144 minus 18, so we have about 125 names in our alt list. Let's do it. Organize it first by symbol, and then we'll just look for the duplicates. Duplicates, 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 duplicates. Now we have no active trades open, so nothing's going to be inactive, but I do want to keep that section there. We're going to add a section. Oh, weekly EQ. I know there's some weekly EQs. I think there's very little left. That last move down from top there, some alts got pretty washed out, and the weekly EQs, a lot of them failed. So let's go through one by one, and if I see something that's a different setup, I'll just add that section and add that name to that section. Like we'll have weekly EQ, we'll have weekly high or low. It's another one we can definitely have. Add section. There's nothing really trending right now anymore, so I mean there would be like daily EMA rider in here. Then we could scale it down to like 4 hour, but we only want to be playing things that align with most of the time frames. So like A+ setups, you know. Excuse me. mic there a little too late. Sorry about that. A+ setups. Okay. So we want a reminder here. We're only playing A+ setups on our challenge account. Let's even add in non-negotiable take profits. For profit takers, we take profit at 2R, setting ourselves up for a swing and manage our position that way. Crew. Like crew at the end of that. Let's add some crew. Weekly EQ crew. So now we have names, eat, sold, spare parts, and everything else. I call it altcoin abyss because most of them are in the abyss. Alright, so we go altcoin abyss here. Alright, let's go through one for one. Normally make I should too. Meatballs. Try to keep this like start. Ave at risk of losing this weekly support. Never got a new monthly high. We lose weekly support. We have a lot of space for a monthly high or low. Trying to see where this would fit in. It's kind of just in everything at altcoin abyss. We already lost. We have monthly consolidation on Cardano. So let's just higher low be ones that are moving weekly higher low. Yes, technically Ave's still there, but it's getting close to being not there. It's almost like a bottom fish. Because you're at the bottom of this week. I wouldn't put it in a lean bear category. It's not coming off the top and switch from the lead bull to lead bear. That's really what I want it to be. The lean bear list is like when they switch from lead bear to lead bull. I'm just going to leave it on fun abyss because it's not strong. There's nothing notable. Our do this, or just want like low tier, like the weakest, medium, strong, or do I want to do it by individual setups? So just keep it all like this because most of them. Okay. So 4 hours. So let me just post it in chat. This one died. Go to alts here. Now that we got this was a lead goal. Now it may go to the bear proof for a bit because we didn't get the daily high or low set off this 4 hour watching this. It'd be a very large throw under if this 4-hour closed back in the wedge and that was the bottom. You have a lot of increasing bear volume. This is not the best look. You wanted this to hold and back up, but that didn't happen, so I'll put it on lead bear for now. Faster, see where we're at on this chart here. Oh, right. That was AS. So now it's cooked. Just leave it in alternate abyss. And it's definitely an alternate abyss, from what I remember. I didn't want to use these lines to get all this out of here. You only have this sub old pocket here, but it's definitely a bottom fish that looks good long. Probably has some long accumulation going on until we get some big 300% pop or something like that, where it leads out to black bear breakdown. Auction is just going to stay in the abyss. AVAX was strong until it wasn't. On the weekly, it's certainly looking for a weekly higher low. So it's going to be the only one that goes weekly higher low here. GDT is also looking for a weekly higher low, but 4-hour downtrend. So is that actionable? Like, this one isn't even a 4-hour downtrend yet. Even though we just broke these lows. Have to do with things that think they were consolidation, so very different character here, but both looking for the same thing. Should they be in the same place? Axie Infinity. 2021 name. Wow, that thing is just bleeding since 2021. Nothing but... I'm gonna leave the abyss monthly downtrend forever. Never gonna go back up, I'll tell you that. Not sure of many things, but that one's... we take that bet. Cash did not get this move. We broke the highs without follow through, and now we're essentially still looking for a weekly higher low. So we're gonna put that one in here. But Beam, man, Beam had some promise on an AVAX back a year or two ago, but since then it hasn't done much. Maybe a weekly inverse head and shoulders though. Looking for a weekly higher low. It's a weekly EQ. It's down here, but I don't hate the setup. We're going to not categorize it. We're just going to set notification for weekly first head and shoulders. Let's set this as an actual too. If we get above the high of the week, we can take a look at it. Big time. Love you big time. Do not love you at all big time. Big time's pretty cooked, as the kids would say. Black dirt, breakdown. These lows are seeing no follow through, but there's no... it doesn't matter because it's not like you're coming off a big move and you're going into a retracement that you could hang your hat on for the most likely scenario, so there's no validity really to the falling wedge. If anything, it's like a decent triangle in the series, successive lower highs. Don't love it. Staying in the abyss. Some of these aren't even worthy of my list at all, but Bio is now, yeah, monthly. I was looking for the weekly higher low here and tighten up, but we didn't get it, so I'm adding it. It's kind of right on the edge. I don't want to lose sight of it, so I'm going to pop it up here. But I'm definitely, it could still be, like a double bottom kind of time. I don't know, let's leave it in the monthly consolidation, but at least it's out of the abyss so we can get some more eyes on it. Whew. This one, Bless, got completely chalked in the listing. Lost some chatter on it, got this big move here. Caught that great, but now Collector breakdown after a 70% pop and gave that top there. You are not blessed if you're holding that right now. Weekly on Blur. Black Dirt Breakdown, really similar to Big Time. Not a name. Want to trade BNB. All-time highs. That one's definitely looking for a weekly higher low. So we're going to move it into weekly higher low. Monthly consolidation crew. Now, a lot of these are already in monthly consolidation. I guess like the monthly consolidation crew, but there's like ones that are recently in there. So maybe there's some SFPs or there's some other. It's almost like they're stronger, but they just entered where other names are like Black Dirt Breakdown. So. Is actually, I don't love the price action, but it's not the worst look here. Actually, we got this. Alright, riding up with being big. Strike camp. New game. Got really strong. I know I traded it in this support hold. Didn't hold. It looks similar to Big Time and Blur. If you look at it, they're all kind of similar. The Soccer Navy, Chiles. It's just been we at forever. Monthly, downtrend. Giving back all 2021 gains. Bringing the Abyss. We only want to pull names out of the Abyss if they're like things we like could see ourselves trading. And then when there's a change in character, you'll see it reflected on the percentage gain, and we can go into it and look at it. We'll also use scanners, Orion scanners, volume scanners to let us know if there's something that's getting pump and dumped or there's something that's getting a little more interest and there's some shift on a name. We'll see it, but we're going to keep in the Abyss for our mental clarity and not look through these giant lists all the time. We only want to look through the main, get the big picture, look at lead bulls, the bears, we can keep the setups that we're looking at on the short time. CRD is monthly consolidation, but it's looking for monthly lower and higher low here. So we're gonna put it in here. It's worthy. Doge is actually up with BNB. So Doge is another higher low. Strong leaders. BYDX. Heavy. Look at that. No, it's not. It has consecutive lower lows without follow through towards the bottom. 3 dives down. In Black Dirt Breakdown is kind of a risky play, but there wasn't really there. E-Gold. So was this Meyer, or is this some kind of... It looks like I tried to enter here and stop there. Sold some here. DNA. It's a wick. Essentially, you can't really ride trends. You just gotta set limits and limit cells on that name. So it's staying in the Abyss. DNA went from lead bull to lead bear because it had strength lately. So I'm gonna add that in. I think it's a lead bear now. DNA. ETC, stay in the Abyss. I'm not really interested in it. On the weekly, it's a monthly consolidation, but more sideways. Like the ones that I want to keep in that category are ones that did something and they're monthly consolidation, looking for monthly higher lows. Here, we're just sideways for 4 years. It's like, why even look at that name? Markcoin, lead bull, but definitely lead bear. This one can get up there. How do I edit? Can't I have to drag it? I gotta run FA. If you don't go through these lists and be active with it, moving things from lead bulls to lead bears, and when things change, it's just going to get unwieldy again. So I need to make sure I go through at least the ones that I put in sections at the top fairly often. Bet. Never, it needs a monthly higher, it needs a monthly trend change or a monthly downtrend. After this big move up in 2023, it has done anything substantial. We had a weekly EQ that broke bearish here, so there's nothing to look at unless we get back above that weekly high. that stays in the abyss. Fill, abyss, central, flip. Looking for a weekly higher low off the bottom, but look at this. Same kind of thing happened here. We had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But who's to say this should just bleed out to down here? Hell, we can go down here. Stay in the abyss. Low, abyss central. Gala, abyss central. DMX, abyss central. Work, graph, no. H bar is in monthly consolidation now, so we have to go to high after this. I could be better if I bring this. I have another screen up too, so I'm going to bring the. Can I drag from one screen to the other without having to go all the way up the screen? You're in high, right? So can I go over here? No, I can't. So I gotta drag it up. High street, abyss, height. Now, height is definitely on the menu for lead goal to lead there. As to free drive leverage in the weekly when you're at risk of losing the weekly EMA. I guess technically, monthly consolidation here, but there's a lot of space for a weekly higher low too. So this one, where does it fit? It definitely gets out of the abyss, but I wonder where it fits in. For a weekly higher low still. So let's put it in there for now, but it's on the chopping block for going down here. Height was H. I is in the abyss. ICP is in the abyss. IMX had some strength. Let's see. Off the bottom. This level score holding for 2022. And now we are looking for a make it go up there without. Yes, I can. My single internet computer is at the lows in the abyss. INJ monthly consolidation, but it's not at the top. Just keep it in the abyss because there's nothing notable about this. We're in a monthly 3-month downtrend. Jasmine, same thing. It's like it just stays in the abyss. If it was up here and it was hitting the monthly consolidation for the first time, then it gets in that crew, but it's not. So it stays in the abyss. Jump stays in the abyss. Kava. Oh man, some of these are so bad. KRL traded that once. Did well in it. Now it's abyss. Lido is. This one's had the nice trade in 2024 off the election, and now it's back towards those levels. Is there any? There's no monthly uptrend. I look for a monthly high low eventually, but it's a reversal setup from 2 years ago. Stay in the abyss. What is Link doing? Link was a stronger name that's in monthly consolidation now, almost getting a monthly. Yeah, it got the monthly uptrend. I think this one can stay in monthly consolidation because it's a name that's still in the menu. Where others aren't even close to the menu unless you're bottom fishing, and when you're bottom fishing a name like that, you're buying and holding spot most likely, and you have a lot of opportunity costs and waiting. But sometimes I do get nice volume spikes and big, 200% moves up. You just gotta look at the zoomed out picture and what is the most likely scenario for that name. Magic. This. Wait, where from? Magic. Mana. This. Matic. Let's rename something else like Pole now, but that one's gonna be a this too. These are all the lows. This name is an outlier. It's a lead ball for sure. We're gonna put MYX. First one. I think some of the ones in my head, off the top of my head that may end up in there. We'll see how we're looking at them. Metis at the lows. Near. We did break this high falling wedgish action on the weekly, I think 3-day 2. Now we're looking for a weekly higher low in here. There's no like clear like inverse head and shoulders, some other things, so it's definitely not a lead bull. But let's put it in higher low. Have I really had a monthly Q? No. Why is that in there? It should be a monthly consolidation. That was a mistake. So what did we just move? We just moved. I forget where I was. Doesn't matter, I know we were down here. That is weekly lows. Yeah. Not interested. Nobody, this is a lead bull. Now it's kind of got that lead bear crew. Because like, when they have these big moves on the top here, there's a lot of more meat on the bone than shorting something that's toward the low. So I'm going to put it in my lead bear list. And that's one that I was looking at bullish recently. So just got to be aware of when things switch. Be willing to switch with it. You know? OG. Buy some shorts, but it's kind of holding up here. I don't want this version of OG. Let's add versus and exchange like finance that as one issue. Rid of this one. So the level that we need to hold these things here. We're still looking for a weekly higher low, but with these huge upper wicks are complicated. This thing's really wicky in general, so it's hard to get entries that when you have 20% wicks in all directions. You know? I would add it to the weekly higher low crew, because it technically is, but just trading it with those wicks and stuff is something I'll trade. I'm going to use arms instead and keeping the abyss. 40. This one's firmly in the abyss. Tango, monthly consolidation after being a lead bull. There's a potential this one could be on my lead bear list. I'm going to put in monthly consolidation for now. It's definitely weaker than some of the other ones in here, so we'll look when we look through that list, we'll compare them and organize them by strongest and weakest. Prove did not prove anything. Put it up here looking $2 a bust and womp back down November lows. What a turd. Looking for the weekly higher low. 382. This level I have marked for something else. There's a reason that would be the higher low, so let's definitely put that one in the higher low crew. It's like there's like a few names and then a big pile of crap. UIR Pith. The Pith had some kind of news with Trump and World Liberty, whatever. So it is looking for a weekly higher low after breaking this wedge. I don't hate it here for a weekly higher low. Weekly higher low too. And look at 2 Phoenix, which I know people like Chris were looking at that for relative. So it's looking for a daily higher low. How many names to say it's looking for a daily higher low right here? So to zoom into some of the ones that are those. Higher low here. Higher low, no consolidation. Mostly sideways, no trend. Use alerts when I keep it in the abyss. Very valid. Very black dirt breakdown. A lot of it up here had some good trades that were still way up in this name, but haven't traded in years. That is the definition of the abyss. This one's looking rough too. I have a bunch of spot left, like 50% that I want to sell. I'll wait for the next pop for a weekly higher low. Get rid of that. Patient. Ruin. Same the abyss, unfortunately. After this big drop last year, this year, this Satan Bolt, Bud, fueled it all. But once promising name is now at risk of a 6-month downtrend, really fighting the lows here. May end up in our lead bear crew soon. And some of these are way weaker, and some are just at the lows. Some of them are above lows, are way too low. Okay, the only back here is the main sounds. These crypto names just have no staying power. Trade Bitcoin and trade the altcoins sparingly until something dramatically changes, because it's just pretty bad. That's bad too. SEI. So I was trading this weekly EQ. It's one of the cleaner weekly EQs. I got stopped out around here. Still out of the position. I'm gonna set alerts if this really burns a reversal here. Glad I got out of it. But these monthly wicks will tell you a story. Look how this month is in close tonight. There's no reason to long, but there's almost a reason to short that. You know? So I may, while I was looking at it bullishly on the weekly EQ, I'm gonna add it to lead bears. I was hoping to see some more falling wedges or some kind of bullish setups to have a category, and I just don't. Stand out here, but we don't even have this isn't worthy of the abyss. I'm trying to think what it's worthy of. Really equal here. Little section. I'm gonna take it out of the abyss. Don't pay attention. I'm gonna put it in the pulse. Has some proving to do, but not bad. Big bounce from $2 to almost past $12. Now you're at 11 cents. And the crypto shorts the last few years, if you just short and chill, you are just sitting on a pile of gold right now. Shib, monthly, dead. Onic, SPK. These are like lead bulls to lead bears. This is a lead bear in the abyss now. If it was up here, it'd be in the lead bear category, especially if we got this retest here, but now it's just in the abyss. SQD. In the abyss, I'm not trading. Stable, okay. So this one I was trading last week. Just broke down this morning. Maybe this one is also in the lead bull and lead bear category. Daily uptrend, no follow through. Now things have shifted in this chart. It's funny because all these last week would be in the lead bulls category. Not funny, it's just what happens. Alright, where were we? STX. Sui. Look at the objective. I know I am kind of partial to Sui. Now we're weekly downtrend, consolidation. Alerts here, but I stopped. I took my foot off the gas on Sui for swing trade when we got this break that followed through. I still think it's in the conversation. We're almost tightening up it when we get a higher high here, but yeah, volume decreasing at the highs. These 2 weeks actually pretty nice on it, and we're still going to keep it on our watch. It's definitely not in the abyss. consolidation now. So let's add this monthly consolidation crew. I just got a notification on my phone. As I said it. Sui drops 4%. It heard us talking about it. Super had a big move 2 days ago. This is what I'm saying with those names there at the bottom. They get these big moves, but you gotta be willing to sit through it until you get anything that has 80% move to sell. That's it for most of the time. So, 75% is even there. Comic, Meg, Sushi. The original deck did not have any participation in this newer decks and like Uniswap, Sui, stuff like that. So, I had a bullish setup on this 2 years ago. Play out. This enter here for break out of this range. So set up here. No breakout. No breakout happened. Now sideways with this big base support. But this thing has been sideways now. Essentially since 2022, 3 years. So until that's trending, there's nothing really to do on this. On sushi. Syrup. See, this one was one that was looking for. We had a nice clear falling wedge on the daily. We had the breakout. We had the retest. It's unable to get a new high. Rolling over new lows. That's a lead bear. Let's put it in a lead bear. They have potential until they don't, you know? Where are you, bear? Is an S. How? The Chinamen almost had a falling wedge. What does that mean in context? It's more of a. I like to look at descending triangles. They have to move down. This is a move up. There's still potential, kind of being a monthly bull flag, but you're below. You're looking for a monthly higher low. This one's not lead bull or lead bear. This one is definitely Celestia is not doing well. And I traded this year, thinking this name had some nice potential for a weekly higher low. If you don't stop out, what happens? You traded this at $6.50, now it's at $1.34. Like, you can completely go forward. Dead. Telegram point is a lot of the analysis. If all these monthly bear flags, it's a monthly bear flag. If they all break new lows or follow through, like down here, that is going to spike dominance up a ton. And you'd still be looking for, let me go to dominance quick to complete that thought. We would still be looking for a weekly higher low on dominance somewhere up here, but we'd have to see how much it bounces. You know, you get 50% up here, and we get an EQ at the end of the year, and you get some bullish alt moves next year once things get that reversal. You know, on the monthly, you're looking for a monthly. Still don't have a monthly downtrend yet either, so there's still some puzzle pieces for a full-blown quote fall season. But for now, the daily's almost an inverse head and shoulders. Set some targets over here. I am definitely not interested in alt. Abyss. True. Abyss. TRX. Okay. So I know this was one of the ones I was thinking of. Take a lead bull. It still is. Looking for a weekly higher low. It's a lead bull. It can almost be in both categories. Let's put it in weekly higher low. Now let's put it in lead bulls. This thing's at all-time highs. Weekly higher low. I don't know what Justin Sutton's been doing. He's got something rigged. He's got the money make the printer going for keeping TRX chugging along. Okay, this name, wow, I had a long time here. Still holding the weekly uptrend. Still holding EMA 12. Right now, it's in a position to be an entry, perhaps. That almost makes my week bullish. It does. Or we go higher low too. I go through these weekly higher lows too. Like, I have these lead bull. I guess lead bull, they're near all-time highs all now. So that makes sense why they're lead bulls. This one's kind of iffy. If we look at these names that are looking for weekly higher lows that aren't their all-time highs, very different character. So I think that makes sense to do that. We're gonna end DMV. He's a little different. Shape's a little long in the tooth, but it's still legal. Okay, where these are not.
Go back to before.
So it's not. There's the rate 2, get down here, and EQ it changes a bit. So what did we just move? I know we looked at uni. So yes. We also got to add that to the ratio chart, XRP and LM. I mean, technically, it's looking for a weekly higher low. No, monthly consolidation. We're going to add the monthly consolidation list, and then we'll add SPL next. We'll look at SPL next. Mental note. Full SPL. Looking for a daily parallel here. And it's just a 4-hour stair step. So it's actually it's very unique. And 4-hour stair step. So I know. Top-down analysis on all these, and a lot of them have lows or factor in those lows. That's why they're in the abyss. I like this move. Yes. WOD, World Point's looking for a weekly higher low. Good break multiple levels, so a lot. But not horrible, but still a reversal point. XLM, where you at here? Zora. Wow, that's a lead there. That one was a gain trade. I lost a lot. I lost so much. Glad I stopped out though at the end and stopped trading down there. Just fighting. Good looking at this. Get 4-hour falling wedge. Got in here, looking to break this high or this low. Stopped out, tried a few trades in here, and then I just stopped it. I'm done with this name. And look, roll this down. I probably had some diversions. People were like, okay, we're just riding this down. Some forms of diversion are going to pop back up. Nope. Dead this morning. Lead bear. Zcash had some strength. Oh, look, see? So it had some strength today even. private, actually privacy, I think. So this is a almost categorized as elite. Oh, near resistance. It's like a lead watch because of the context of where we're at and where the bounce is. It's a lead watch. So we're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in lead. Well, it's definitely worth watching. It's at highs today where a lot of names are negative 10% plus. This name's not positive on it, so. And 0 to complete it is just abyss. Never even used these high-low, percentage, market open, volume stats, stuff like that. I guess I should. This doesn't do anything for me. This does. So I usually just look at it in the exchange. If I see a setup, I'll go on the exchange and make sure that everything's supportive of what I'm looking to trade for liquidity and stuff. But I see it doesn't even. Maybe I need to update these. Get rid of bid and ask. And I just see. I just want to see the technicals. And I guess the only way to see that is the stats. You can't get rid of the rest of it. Whatever. We don't have it. Use this more. Now we have a simplified version and we're able to go through our easier to digest lists here. I want to see all these details, I just don't want to see all this so big. I really need the whole list. Let's leave that there, I guess. I'm going to do my lesson. That's this big window here. Alright, so now let's just go through weekly. There was no weekly EQs anymore. They all broke. There's no weekly EQs for real. Alright, we'll get rid of that section. So we have everything split into active setups, number 5, 4-hour stair set, SPL. Make sure you're right. 4-hour stair set, SPL. We'll have to do some paper trades. Not ideal. Scenario, but for there's the watch. People with UC for a daily higher low graph here. So 4-hour doesn't really line up perfectly. 5 oversold right now. You see this name, you see how I traded all this with. It's kind of jumping ways up. So I like to sneeze. Mute. So you have to be aware if you're trading perps in this, you're trying to look at the price action, the way it trades. Not super clean. You get these big pullbacks in the middle of a trend, like this one here. Similar situation. We didn't break this, so we're going to add array on the top of that with an alarm. And did I check if we were 15 oversold? We were in the wrong template, that's why. But yeah, this could just be a bearish back test. And while it looked okay on the weekly for a lead bull, this could easily roll over and get off this list as soon as tomorrow. 15 oversold, 15 back burner. That lined up with the 4-hour higher low. Did not, a 4-hour EMA did not mark that 4-hour higher low, so some red flags, but the way it trades too, similar thing happened here, and then it went on its way. So I'm watching it, but I do not have any positions in this name. Zcash, I can't believe this is on my lead pull list right now, but it is, and we are facing these highs. We have alerts set, looking for daily higher low. Let's set an alarm under low of day today. We'll look on how that ends up playing out. TRX. Starting to see a little momentum wane here from TRX, but it's still a lead bull zoomed out. I guess this one could potentially be on the weekly EQ group. So we're just going to notate on the chart here. very strong lead bull. Lead bull become lead bear, so it just has a high score too. It's only 54%. Surprised that it would be like 100%. But there could be a bear setup here for the first time, like one of those first time bear setups, like that happened recently on EVT, that happened recently on Aster. They give you like 60% moves. You catch these bearish reversals on a newer name. And a lot of them never even go near those highs again. I don't know anything about this name. But all I know is it had some crazy 1500% moves. This one's 1300%, similar to this. And instead of sluggish, we're back towards the highs now. So we have to look at the momentum and volume. I have to look at some other changes for this too. But this is a lead bull and lead bears are they swap, you know. So this could end up on lead bear. This could be a really juicy short. Yeah, so let's break this range. And give you the highs looking for. Locally, it broke this 4-hour low, so gonna be on 12 hour right now. Hourly oversold? Question mark? Near hourly oversold. We're gonna set an alarm here near the low of day, hourly oversold, and hourly MA200 for a potential 12-hour higher low entry, which would be right around here. There's also a monthly low too, which is, you know, after 30 days, we're still near the monthly low where a lot of names are down here. So promising for BNB there on the 12-hour. That's a potential setup. It is a potential setup. And weekly, we could easily break all that and then still be looking for a weekly higher low. Hype. Burden on the bulls to not embarrass and trim this hourly downtrend, daily downtrend. But still lead bull, weekly trend. At risk, but still, it's at risk until it's not broken. You know, we did get a whiff. We did get it. We are almost, because of this price action that's starting to happen here, looking for maybe a weekly lower high. Speaking of pump, there's pump. Watching this 382. Watch daily trend. We don't have a firm down trend. We have a lot of stair steps down. Score going down. This one's like 100 now. It's 60% here at risk. We have a few levels to look at. There's no like 4-hour falling wedge here. I was hoping maybe see maybe yeah, there's no real clean. It's more like a broadening wedge on the hourly, which I don't really know if I put too much to on the hourly, you know, but we'll set an alarm and look at it. Rid of all this. Okay, lead bears. Let's make sure we're lead bear territory. Yes, lead bull to lead bear. Lead. That look like a lead bear to you? Aster, lead bull to lead bear, but new name. These new names tend to give back a lot. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see this under $1 next week. Even though it was the talk of the town with CZ and stuff, there's still. I mean, this one still has. I have to look at another exchange to see the metrics, but that bull setup I was looking for didn't play out. Straight to 4-hour oversold. There's still some potential here, but yeah, I really don't know if this is a lead bear just yet, but it's definitely not. Things have broken, you know, from the clean setup that I was looking at, but down 17% today. Zora down 25% today. STBL down 24% today. ENA. Yeah, just bleed. Similar to Zora that did this after a falling wedge. Actually saw Zora had this happen and then it just bled out. This one saw the follow through, took the highs of August and then bled out, and where Zora went down here, this one's holding right now. So we'll see what happens with ENA. Barcoin is very weak. And it's supposed to lead bull at one time. We're trading this 125, 150, now it's 57 cents. Potential to be definitely watching the bounce to see if this goes from lead bull to lead bear. Yeah, I had that weekly queue. Now, breaking lows. We have alert set. We'll set some more. Zero up, same deal. At the falling wedge, no follow through. Some disappointing bull setups for patient bulls that waited a long time for these setups to play out. They enter on these falling wedges and very just disappointing price action in general. But that looks like that's a pretty good new. Say, I already want to get rid of this. That is our new list here. So now we have a cleaner way to look at mains, our indicators and market charts to see where the ball is rolling and where the waves are flowing, and then active setups. And this can be, I think, a rotating section where it has something kind of not with it. The bulls, the bears, weekly, higher low, monthly consolidation, and the all markets. So I'm going to take some of the watch lists from TCG to let members that share and see if I can pull some other ideas and see if I'm missing a way of looking at some of these. But you know, some of those guys are really good at the ways to categorize some of these names. Funny, the number one in altcoin Abyss is all-time high, not pretty double-digit losses today. Double-digit negative points today. There was some reason for that in the dominance. That's why I have not been trading off